Great morning, everyone. It seems to be like I just made that a huge big button that says go live. So I was trying to go live without being go live. So sorry for that. A little bit rusting here. But guys, welcome to Piper Academy, the morning market report, where I did absolutely not. And I'm listening to myself. So guys, do you have that echo? Let me know. This is just driving me crazy. I don't know what I'm doing here. Bear with me. Oh, I see. I got it. All right. What I absolutely did not kidnap Piper and send him into a cruise ship. I'm wanting to get in the ship. Oh, great, Piper. All right. So guys, so sorry for that. I had a little bit of feedback on myself. Please let me know if you are also having that feedback. If not, let's get going. No, all good, perfect. All right. Also, getting your comments right here. I'm gonna be trying to make my best. But guys, thank you so much for joining, and let's take a look at what happened throughout the weekend, because seems like we had a huge CME gap. Let's get it rolling. All right, welcome to Vintage Piper Academy, where you see that I have the old like presets and stuff. But still, let's get it going. Well, throughout the weekend, we had a huge bump, and seems like we're going right now, as we have seen on YouTube of Alexa Crypto, that we're going to fill that up as we're speaking. Pump and dump, guys. Be very careful out there. We also have a couple of other news. Many coins, many meme coins, just jumping out here. Remember that famous soccer player? Well, seems like he also had one of the meme coins, and right now it's surging. So be careful right now out there. OC, you look like Willie's looking over the fence. Do I? Or like what? Do I need to make myself bigger? Maybe like that. Hey, what's up? All right, not 100% sure. Let me know in the chat what does that mean exactly, so I can maybe change it, or perfect. All right, or maybe doing it a little bit better. I don't know. I'm a little bit rusted here. I mean, guys, I freakishly means that huge part that said go live. All right, we're going downwards on Bitcoin right now as we're speaking. We need to be prepared for what's coming, but let's jump into the news, because we have a ton of things to look at, especially something on Twitter and X marks the spot, because I mean, I think this could be very crazy. Maybe 200 million in liquidations. Oh God, we'll see. Possibly this could be the reaction of that on Ethereum and Bitcoin liquidations. So this is what I was telling you guys. Football star Ronaldinho official token launch gets by its instead trading allegations. So we need to be very careful with new coins. Remember that what we've been talking about, right? Remember what happened with Trump coin, what happened with the Milei guy, the President Milei for Argentina coin, right? That he was backing it up. And then, guys, we're telling you, if it's not on top 100, I would say be very careful. Do not take it that serious. And if you really believe in that coin, because yes, we understand that going for low caps can make you a lot of money, but also can ruin your wallet if you do not treat it as it is, which is, remember, meme coins. All right, so until they get serious, it's still a meme coin, and that could be very dangerous. I do remember that we got a friend of us that used to go like 10%, 10%, 10%, 10%. He allocated kind of like I don't know, like a 30% of his full wallet, and then from his positions, well, he divided 10% of a position into each meme coin, and then I mean, whatever he lost, it was just a 10% of a entry, and then whatever he made was, I don't know, 500, 1,000 times his input. Not financial advice, of course. As always, make your own research and take your own decisions right there. Remember, your keys, your crypto. All right. So just wanted to bring this up because I know it's been a little bit shaky with icons lately, especially now. Remember where Piper republished that Da Vinci mentioned that the bear market is officially here. Personally, I don't know. Right, I still need to take a look at that maybe next dead cat bounce and then see how we're gonna be managing that. But until we have a rejection on a lower low, well then I think that we could still be making a little bit of a bear market, still just exactly like we did the previous cycle. Let's take a look at here. Cardano rallies over 75% after being named Trump's crypto strategy reserve plan. Oh, I don't know about that. We'll see. I mean, I like Cardano a little bit. I mean, pretty much not been performing as I would be expecting, but we'll have to say it. Also, we have a Twitter out of Trump's son saying hold. So we'll see how that actually evolves. Cardano has surged more than 75% following its inclusion in the U.S. President Donald Trump's proposed crypto strategy reserve plan. After the March to crypto strategy reserve announcement by Trump, Cardano price skyrocketed, rising from a low of 0.64 to 113. Pretty good, right? According to cryptonews.com price tracker. So again, we need to be very careful and cautious on what's happening out there with these altcoins. Remember that in the best case scenario, we could be having those coins being as a reserve, but there is still a long time. I actually rather see Bitcoin as reserve, as other countries has already been doing this. El Salvador spearheading this movement. I would say that, I mean, that will be a much safer play. Still, I think this could be a little bit of a FOMO I don't know, news, especially since they need to go through a process. Still, as you can see on this chart, as it went up, it also started going downwards. So we need to be very careful. With a strong advance of 0.82, a crucial resistance zone, the price action, as we were talking about, indicates that Cardano is emerging from a prolonged consolidating phase. After peaking at 1.20, the rally marginally retracted to a 1.0, so 1.0. So the same thing that we were talking about, right? I mean, we need to be careful with these tokens. I'd rather see Bitcoin being pushed there. Bitcoin, it's Papa. We know that, right? So let's go and move into other stuff here. We were talking about Bitcoin CME futures, right? Let's take a look at that chart before we move into other news. At this point, let's just zoom out. Just want to give you a heads up that we are on the 15 minutes right now. All right, and let's just zoom out to see what has been happening, right? I mean, it has been taking some crucial resistance, absolutely, but seems like we are just not holding. This is something that I really didn't want to see, right? In fact, I was on Sunday looking for the bullish breakout out of this possible flag. And I mean, without notice, it just broke there. And let me show you, for example, as you can see, as we were somewhere around those areas, we were peaking down, yeah, going to the zero line, but the played out, I mean, but the movement was sudden, right? I mean, it just popped like there was no tomorrow. I'm not surprised that many of you would not have caught it. Hopefully you guys had. So far, as I told you guys, this went out of my fingers. Well, then that's what happens with trading, right? But we're seeing a little bit of a retracement. Here's going to be a little bit of my strategy, and we're going to be moving to the 4 hours. But first, let's just see what the charts are telling us. Remember, I love to use indicators. It's a crucial part of my analysis, but I also love to see price action above any indicator, right? So the first thing that we need to see is this area of resistance and also this area of resistance. Both of them make a huge gap in here, right? The same gap that we've been looking at. Another thing that we usually do when this kind of movement happen throughout the week, so it's not a CME gap, it is usually a fair value gap, right? Basically, the price moves so fast that it was not fair for the for retail. Usually, theory on those fair value gaps stated that usually we see that retracement to the 50% of that gap. So let's measure that 50% retracement. Maybe we could be at some support areas still. We need to wait for that flip of the ribbon. All right, so let's use one of our indicators in here. Free indicators are free tools in date and price range. That will give us basically a setup to where to locate that center. We also need to go over style and turn on, where is it? There we go, labels maybe. I need to turn this on. Let me see if I can make it work. Oh, sorry, not labels, but lines. So let's make this again transparent. And let's make the lines a little more visible. There we go. So it was a little bit off. I mean, it's actually to be expected when we have that big body candles to forecast or to overshoot a little bit there. So looking at the center of that possible area, it seems like we are reacting out of there. Again, I would not be jumping unless we have that flip of the ribbon. So let's get going, guys, and let me do a quick shout out to you guys because I also see a couple of super chats in here. So also I want to take a look at who is here, and also guys, tell you that thank you so much. So Retro Mike Take, what's up, brother? Welcome. Solo OC morning show, the best morning show. Love it, brother. love it. Thank you so much for that. Also, I see Alexandra G, the Mud Queen, la reina del sur. Gracias, familia, por estar hoy en sintonía con nosotros, y muchas gracias a todos los que hablan español, por supuesto. So I just said thank you, family, for being here online with us, and also thank you for all of this speaking Spanish community that we might have here in the chat. We have first a mic volume. What's up? Army Piper, of course, taking that cruise ship, brother. Nice to see you taking finally some vacations. Well worth it. Well gained, man. Hopefully you have a blast. Something that happened to me, by the way, is that when we touched port or land, after was around, we were like 3 days in open sea. So first of all, I was just shaking back and forth in the small hallways. But the funny thing is that when we landed, when we got to shore, and I've set foot on land, man, that land moved way worse than the cruise ship on my head. So I was actually getting seasick on land. So that was not fun, but still a pretty good experience. Also, username, what's up? OC loves. Oh, Reap, absolutely. Reap chat right here. Oh, the other side right here to my left. So guys, go ahead and post your messages. Also, guys, if you want me to start looking at a couple of coins, please set your coin and also do, I don't know, let's do a hands up emoji so I can kind of like sort it out faster and then prepare for the analysis at the end of the class. Also, username right now is this guy. Well, good thing that this is not the guy, let's just say it like that, right? That on college never do its presentations. It was only in charge of making coffee. So hopefully, well, guys, you're in good hands. I had like, what, 5 years of experience in college? There you go. All right. We have Alexander G. We have username. We have Jesse Glock. What's up, brother? We have, oh, who else we have? Average Crypto Joe. What's up, brother? We have CryptoCoin Mindset. What's up? Username, of course. CryptoCoin Mindset again. All said. What's up, brother? Welcome, welcome. Army Piper. Who else? We got Harp. What's up, brother? Welcome, welcome. We also have Kylie Files. Who else we got in the chat? Let's see, all the way back here. Crypto Trades in the house. What's up, brother? Welcome, welcome. Also, guys, a quick reminder, click that like button. Click that like button. 27 out of 48 out of 50 viewers. So if you're entertained, click that like button. We're going to be taking a look at your best and favorite tokens. But go ahead and share that love. Lunar Beach's crypto in the house. What's up, brother? All right, let's continue with the news here. All right, let's take a look at now a couple of X marks the spot, right? Something interesting that I've seen, it is Watch Guru or Watcher Guru here. I like this Twitter a little bit. Just in U.S. Senate to vote this week on repealing IRS rule trading crypto in DeFi. We'll see how that shakes out the market. We'll see. This usually indicates that we're gonna have a little bit of that shakeout in going up and down on Bitcoin especially. We'll see how that plays out. Going to a more important news on next mark the spot. Kobayashi letter. This is unusual. Absolutely, it is. 24 hours ago, someone took a 200 million 8 zeros worth of Ethereum and Bitcoin long on 5x. Is this crypto face? Crypto face. Come on, brother. Just kidding. I know it was you. Hopefully you made a big buck out of it. If it was you. All right, this means over a 2% drop in Bitcoin will liquidate 200 million. All right, take it back. Hopefully, crypto faith, it wasn't you, brother. So we'll see how that plays out there. So today's President Donald Trump announced a U.S. crypto reserve, including BTC and Ethereum. Did someone new? Let's take a look at that. So we can see right there. Oh, dude, that is a pretty penny. I'm not gonna lie. Something else that is right below here, and I have right here in another setup. It is President Trump has officially announced. All right, we also know this. The U.S. storage crypto reserve and Bitcoin, it's back above 94. All right, in just 3 hours, crypto market have now added over 300 billion of market cap on the news. What's coming next? Let us explain. Well, this goes a little bit on how the market cap will maybe influx on the price action. I'd rather go into maybe Bitcoin and start taking a look at what our indicators are showing. All right, so let's move into Bitcoin once again. There we go. Let's go to the charts and let's go and take a look at let's say Bitstamp. I think we're gonna have a good price action there. There we go. This was what I was trying to play yesterday as we were speaking. Well, remember that we have this movement here, and I was expecting this area of consolidation. We have the V-shaped recovery, inverted head and shoulders, and therefore I was expecting to have a flip of the ribbon. There we go. We were almost right there at the bottom. Look at that flip of the ribbon. One single candle, one candle after, we're pretty much out there, right? So was there an entry? Well, it was all the way down here. Full transparency, I did not took it. I was basically just waiting for the next bounce or at least next flip of the ribbon with multi-candle breakout. Big body candle breaking through, maybe 1 or 2 candles retracement, and off we go. It seems like that retracement, it is basically playing out as we speak. Something important, guys, and that I want to show you, it is our areas of entry. So remember, guys, that I bought right here Bitcoin. Remember these 2 areas here, we set up alerts. And if we don't remember, let me show you guys once again. Let's go back and watch our entry points. There we go. Those 2 areas right here. And let's go to visit that. And remember, on our alerts, we ring them. There we go. Crossing 84. Also, we're talking about, where is it? Dude, last chance, right? Read buff. And also, we have OC, enter here. Do not let this one go. All right. So we were expecting those areas on the way down. We enter, or at least I entered for my holding or for my staking, well, just for my savings account, right? Then we kept going downwards. We traded this area right here. And also right now, or at that moment, we were expecting a breakout retest, right? In fact, I was expecting a little bit of a farther movement in here, and that was because of my trend lines and my indicators showing me that we could be pulling back down. But what happened? Let me just clear this up for you. There we go. Let me just get rid of this. Let me zoom in here so we have a little bit of a less spaghetti. We had an earlier flip of the ribbon right there with our up reversal at support. Remember that we figure out this support together, and off we go. My mistake was waiting for the next supporting here for a better entry. Well, then that is gone. Too bad. We'll take a look at what is up next. All right, going to what we could be looking at. By the way, guys, please give me your setups. Remember to do a hands up so I can find them, and I'll start looking at your favorite tokens to see what's up. All said. Good morning, Onsi. Good morning. JR, what's up, brother? How is it going? Bug, what's up? How is it going, brother? Who else we got here? 42 amazing alumni. Absolutely, 42. Right now, 47. Great. Lunar Bitches Crypto. Do we have any tokens? All right, let's move on into our indicators in here. So let's go to another perspective here. This is Bitcoin, Binance, 15 minutes. Let's go to the 4 hours. We're gonna have a little bit bigger perspective of what I was expecting. Remember that I was telling you guys that we are going to be having most likely the worst case scenario. It's going to be a sweep of the lows, and then of course our entry area right down here. We already have that sweep of the lows. We did not went back up. In fact, this was an adjustment on the actual movement. The main movement was much larger. It was basically somewhere around here, even shoot it out farther down. But let's move with what we got. Let me see if I have the actual movement. Well, this was it. All right. At this point, let's just get rid of what we got here. We are coming back to areas of resistance. Remember this area that we had here, this line in here. Well, then seems like we are rejecting from it. Something interesting, it is that we're forming a very weird goose head. Another thing important, it is that we could be, this is not out yet, but this could be, if we close this candle with a big wick down here, most likely we could be having another reversal push to the upside. That will be fabulous, guys. I mean, remember that in the big scheme of things, if the market is here, if the bear market is here, what I'm going to be looking for, it's going to be a dead cat bounce. Let me get rid of everything at this point, right? I think it's going to be worth it just to go over it again. All right, we have a big trend line here. We have not yet broken that trend line, but if we are basically out of fuel and we're going to our bear market, look at my automated resistance plotted by Chart Prime, right? So shout out to Chart Prime. I'm looking for that breakout, maybe overshoot a little bit here, and then a reverse, basically creating a lower high. We already have put down here a lower low, right? We have a lower low. The worst case scenario that for me will confirm the bear market will be putting in a lower high. Still, this is what I'm trying to trade at this point, the last push to the upside, and we'll see if we can hold it or break it. So once we get somewhere around this area, because I would be estimating that we have a 65-68% chances to get there. Guys, this is not an entry call, all right? This is not a go long on it. What I'm trying to tell you guys here is that, I mean, we could still have a little bit of that upwards movement as we are waiting for the bear market to come in, right? Once we are here, we're gonna do our analysis once again. In fact, let's add our alert a little bit below here, and we'll see how that plays out. Let's see, ADA. Let's take a look at ADA also. I see that we have a request for ADA. Anything else, guys? Maybe Caspa. Guys, you will see virtuals. what is it up with you guys? What you guys are looking at? All right, by the way, remember what we've been telling you guys, this is not the time to be trading altcoins, but if you are in any altcoins and you want to see maybe what is it going with it on the indicators, let me know. All right, another thing that is happening at this point is that we have a lower low on the oscillator here. If we can put in a higher low, we're gonna be having a big bullish divergence, which is actually what I'm expecting. Let me tell you something here. Remember that I am looking for a lower high to confirm the bear market, all right? Having said that, all right, let me draw a hard line between that thought and the next one. The next one, it is, I don't think that we are in the bear market just yet, all right? I cannot think that because, first of all, we are green candles. This is not out of the ordinary. In fact, remember what we took a look the previous cycle. This movement right here, right? Everybody was also just saying, well, the bull market's over, the bull market's over, the bull market's over, and we made a higher high. Something important, right? Remember that we could be looking at something like this, but more V-shaped recovery, if that makes sense. And then we're gonna be maybe hitting the next resistance and then coming back down. This is actually what's going to be defining the next move, all right? This is what is going to be defining the next move. It is a little bit awkward at this point, and that is because we are still below the dynamic reactor. But if we can make it to this resistance, we are definitely going to be above the dynamic reactor, and we could be looking at that bounce, all right? So what's going to be my plan for this trade? Well, I'm going to be trying to catch a long to 101 or a little bit lower here. Not yet. As we are breaking through the zero line and as my consolidation score be greater than 2, all right? I want to see that we start kind of like looking at a consolidation, so maybe something like that moves slow and steady, all right? And then when it gets here, I'm going to be taking my profits, all right? I'm not going to be opening a short, or at least I'm not going to be opening a big short in here. I'm going to be controlling my entry point. I'm going to be controlling my leverage. And of course, I'm going to be controlling my position sizing. At this point, I'm going to be doing possibly a short of a 5x on half of a position, all right? Remember that for me, one full position, it is a 3% of my wallet, of my whole wallet, all right? So whatever that is, I'm going to be allocating 3% for one full position. But remember, at this point, I'm looking for half of an entry. So that will be 1.5% of my whole wallet for a short on around 99K, somewhere around those areas. By the way, it's also very important to take a look at what the rest of your indicators are telling you, not just support and resistance, all right? One of my favorite indicators are predictive ranges. So let's take a look at two predictive ranges that I have here. I have short-term predictive ranges and I have long-term predictive ranges. Since we're on daily, let's take a look at long-term predictive ranges. At this area right here, you see that I have a soft order blocking here, all right? That is basically what is acting upon my price rejection. Let me start cleaning this up because if not, the spaghetti is going to take us over. So we don't want that. Something that we need to understand about order blocks, they are dynamic, all right? So let's just say that I set right now a short position here, all right, at the same area. You'll see that the soft order block will increment its size to become maybe a hard or a high order block, all right? Once we see that, we will see also be a regenerating percentage based on the new volume that is allocated there, basically what we got in there. But also as I allocate, I can, because nobody's stopping me, right, to deallocate, to reduce my risk. Maybe I would say, you know what? Shorting there, since I have the next predictive range all the way here and maybe another order block in here which is thicker, might not be the good idea. Let me cancel that order. What's going to happen if I cancel that order? That order is going to be just taking out from this order block, all right? And then maybe I'll say, well, maybe I can reallocate it here. So as I and many other people start reallocating maybe short order here, you'll see this soft order becoming softer, or maybe even migrating to this area, or because remember, not everybody is pointing at the same areas that I am. Or maybe you'll see it migrated to this area right here, right? For a possible double bottom, higher low, or any structure that we might have, we might still have. Remember, it is not out of the list just now to have the same pattern that we had previously, right, on the previous market structure. So in fact, let me just go ahead here, right? Let me copy this just so you have a clear picture of what I'm talking about, all right? Let's do that. Even the FOMO included, guys. Let me remove this. There we go. Coming down. Remember that the more market cap that we have, maybe the bigger or the more dramatic the movement might become. So this is something that we could still have, right? And you'll see that despite I just changed a little bit of the size of the candles to try to reflect the pattern that we see here, the size of the pattern that we see here, well, market structure, it's still in there, and we could very much be having the same thing, even hitting 76. Remember, that is the Bitcoin last stand on Piper's entry. And for me, that is my next big, huge entry right down below there. I don't know if we're going to get to 67. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that migrates. All right. Let's take a look at your guys' setups here. So well, let's get started with ADA for your request. Let's do ADA. There we go. And we'll see. All right. ADA looking fantastic, not gonna lie, right? Also in daily, we had a little bit of a bull flag here. Well, I'm not gonna be calling it a bull flag, despite I just did, because I mean the size of the flag, it is higher or even bigger in length, right? If I could change it or rotate this in length of the pulse, so basically that invalidates it. Something important that we need to look at, it is that we are hard rejecting from this order block, right? So we're going back down. All right, are you guys looking to jump in for a long? Are you guys looking to jump in for a short? Depending on what you're gonna be looking at, we could be analyzing for it. Let's see. Hey, Jess, what's up? Jesse and Kaylee, what's up? 7:30 a.m. for me, Kylie. Oh, nice. All right, very early in the morning. Great to have you here. Can you look at Ethereum? Absolutely. We'll also take a look at Ethereum. Anything else, please let me know. Also, at me, at OC Guy, so I can also see it. Baba Yas, Solana. Perfect. So let's do Solana, Ethereum, and ADA. If I'm missing anything, please let me know. Also, we're going to add a like button or a like little hand so I can find it faster. So remember, give me your token with a little hands up, right that, and I'll look at it. All right, ADA, Ethereum, and Solana. That's gonna be the ones. Let's see. On ADA, so we're rejecting out of this area here, but the story is not over. We have a big bullish divergence. In fact, this is what I'm expecting out of Bitcoin, guys. This is exactly what I'm expecting out of Bitcoin, all right? And also, just to add on top of that cake, we have a beautiful Pig Seeker reversal to the upside. Shout out to Chart Prime for that one. Look at that beautiful movement. Well, we also know that this was news driven, all right? So whoever was in loss at this point and maybe enter here, most likely is selling it, right? Or whoever had that information prior, well then, guess what? They're selling it. We need to wait for structure to form in here, all right? Whatever structure it's in there, guys. Do not become somebody else's liquidity. I know missing this kind of like movements make you sick in the stomach. I've been there. When I was preparing for Bitcoin this Sunday, man, I even came to MJ and told you, you know what? I need to lay down a little bit because I'm just mad, man. I'm just like a little kid, you know, like making that that scene in my head, man. And also, I almost did it real life, but whatever. The thing is that whatever is gone is gone. All right. The way to jump into those kind of movements is look at big body or big caps altcoins, and we're gonna be doing big caps because remember, not even Bitcoin, it's up there with Meta, right? It's just starting to get at that level, right? It's starting to compete with big boys industries. But so far, you get what I said, right? So the bigger, maybe 100 coins in there in market cap, and then starting looking for those kind of movements. Remember, it's very important. Flip of the ribbon, set your stop loss, take your money at first entry there, TP number 1, move your stop to entry, and then let it ride. If it goes back down, don't worry, you'll have a second chance till you really hit it off. All right. What am I talking about with structure? Once again, look at how this played out here with a big body candle and then rejection, right? We need to see something like that. In fact, we already have that pump and dump. There we go. Let's extend it just a little bit more so we can see it a little bit better here. Once we start having multi-candle structure, we can start also reading our oscillator here. All right. What we want to see, first of all, is want to see maxing out of the oscillator for a short. And we want to be at resistance. All right. To short whatever range we're going to be doing there. And also we want to be flipping up above the zero line, above 0.92 before taking or allocating longs. All right. Remember that this is just part of the story. Why? Because this pretty much can become a double top, right? A head and shoulders, right? Just like it formed in here. All right. Or any other number of things. It can become a bull pennant. It can become a symmetrical triangle. Just God knows what could it become, right? But still, once we have structure here, we can even go to lower time frames and start predicting what might be happening. For example, right here, imagining that what we just put in here, it's a reality, right? We could be looking at a trend line, right? Breakout, retest, entry, above the zero line, off we go to the next resistance, TP1, moving stop to entry, and then letting it run. All right. Then if you start seeing rejection, you start shorting this area. Still be very, very, very careful because we are at that point above the dynamic reactor, and shorting against the trend might be dangerous. All right. Let's move into Solana right now and then Ethereum. All right. Let's take a look at Solana here. Let's not do market cap. Let's do this Solana right down here. All right, Solana, big movement of what we've been expecting. All right, not really huge movement, but almost everything that it gained is giving it away again. Let's get started with just removing everything that we got in here and then adding this big trend line that we can clearly see here. Breakout retest. Are you up for a long here? Could be. All right, could be, but let's take a look at a couple of other stuff in here. Let's go to something like the 4 hours. There we go. Big breakout. Well, then, indecision candles so far in here. Maybe we can go back a little bit farther in here. I might be waiting for maybe this target to be a hit. Let's even, oh, we have a loud order block. That is a very good signal. Why somebody look at that and is highly bullish. 73% bullish. All right. This could be a long position entry. Be cheap in this one as much as we can. TP number 1 is going to be there. TP number 2 right here. And then we'll just trail it. All right. We're going to be trying to trail it just to get all the way up here. And that is to try to catch a little bit of a higher high. All right. So guys, extremely dangerous trade. All right. Because this also could be a fake out. But so far, we also have, look at that, a trend line here. Bottom, and look at that. It is acting accordingly to the rest of the things that we have in there. By the way, guys, if you're having in your indicators this kind of error or whatever, trading view is being a little wonky, just go in, change whatever number, change it back, click OK, and it will reload, right? So It's been ongoing since I think a month. So yeah, just be careful on that. Or just be aware of that little fixing there. All right, we're changing right now out of color, right? We are above the 0 line, and our true 7, it is on green. So that's why I might be willing to go into an entry here. I'm setting up my alert. In fact, let's just put it a little bit upward here. Let's aim for 153.82. If we are getting down here and we see a rejection, well, then get out of there as soon as you can, all right? Because we're not there yet on all bullish trend indicators, all right? So we'll see that. Let's move into the next one here. Let's go to the 15 minutes to see if we can maybe catch something here. As you can see, on the 15 minutes, we are pretty bearish, very bearish, all right? We have not yet put up a higher low or a higher high, right? But something very important and interesting, it is this bullish divergence. Big bullish divergence with reversal and peak seeker. So what could it be? Well then, if we get rejection, we're going to be waiting. There we go. Look at that. Where is our alert right there, all right? Our alert, it is right here. There we go, at 153, all right? Once we get there, I want to see, because this is a further move to the downside, I want to see a flip of the ribbon. If we got that flip of the ribbon, we got the early go. Something else that we could be looking at, there we go. We have a great support. It's not the biggest support out there, but still adding some confluence. Let's see if we got something else ready to be added there. This one, not much. No order blocks, liquidation. Let's take a look at how liquidations are doing here. I love these indicators. By the way, liquidations by Chart Prime, free indicator. Do not overlook at it because they tend to be very impressive. All right, so we are in the middle of a gap. Although we do have some liquidity to be grabbing here. So we're still going to be looking for this goose head and that a flip of the ribbon, which maybe or which most likely is going to be telling me to go find some lows in here. So let's fix this. Very nice. Let's fix this, something around there. Let's move our entry point a little bit lower, right there. I think that's going to be a great entry. Let's move now to Ethereum. Let's take a look at ETH. You know what? Let's go to the classic. There we go. This is it. All right, Ethereum not looking good in 15 minutes. Still, we're coming into a big area of support. What is that big area of support? Right here, you can see support, big body candles going through. That means support, rejecting resistance, rejecting resistance, rejecting resistance, and once again, big body candles, all right? So that's talking about an area of either support or resistance being broken or taken there. So at this point, we're coming back to it, all right? Maybe in the bigger time frames, which I absolutely believe so. We'll take a look at that. This could be a breakout retest, all right? But so far, we need to start looking for bottoming action here. We already have a bullish divergence. Let's bring up our indicators to see how they're playing out. We are below the dynamic reactor. Remember, we are at the 15 minutes time frame at this point, all right? We are very bearish, so we could be looking for something maybe like a inverted head and shoulders, all right? So usually these kind of indicators are showing that bottoming pattern. Also, we could be looking at a break of a trend line. We have a pretty nice trend line in here. Let's call it that. Let's also add our duplicate or add a clone in here, all right? And we'll move that clone to the next area right here. So we have a possible breakout zone or breakout entry zone, all right? We could be looking for something like that. And then off we go. If we can coexist with a breakout of our dynamic reactor. So we want to also be breaking dynamic reactor, trend line. We'll see what else do we have right there. Oh, look at that. We have a resistance right there. All right. This changes a little bit my prediction or my analysis. Why? We need to factor in that resistance, all right? And I also see that it's very in line with a big area of ranges right there. All right, let's see what else do I have. Yep, everything is pointing that we could be magnetically pull up to that area. All right, add support, going up. There we go. We have a resistance going back down, maybe making a higher low, going up. All right, and then going back down to this area, and then off we go for the bullish scenario. All right, for the bullish scenario, we're looking at how those support and resistance are playing around those areas. So what's going to be your action plan? Maybe longing it here with as cheap as you can, maybe going just slightly below your previous low. So we'll need to, because I mean this is fairly big for the 15 minutes, maybe that will be half of an entry. Let's go for that setup here. You know what, let me put it just below here, and let's also put another one high here. I'm gonna be removing this one. Why? Because we're right now on the price action, right? So it's gonna be playing. So I'd rather see it going through this one, and then this alert is gonna be setting, or gonna be triggering for me to create this other alert. All right, let's do the little, I don't know, little clock. I don't know how to draw a clock, but whatever. That seems like anarchy symbol. All right, let's go into the next one there, guys. Any other requests? We already have taken a look at Solana, Ethereum, Cardano. What else we got in line? We still have a couple of minutes left, so let's take a look at something else. Let me know. All right, let's see. In the meantime, let's see what I have in here. Let's take a look at Link. Link not only is playing out nicely. Let me just remove everything here. Let's go to let's say in the 15 minutes. We are bouncing with almost a double bottom, higher low, not their high. Guys, this is important. This usually is a fake out, all right? But we're still watching at it. So higher low begin, we're breaking that trend line. Look at that. Breakout, retest, off we go. Bullish divergence. Oh, almost there, guys, almost there. Look at my consolidation score, it's pretty big, right? My prime score also pretty good. I'm still on pump. Guys, Link. Keep an eye on Link. This could be a good play. If Link bounces up, I believe we can be at least making, and let me show it to you here, this pump to the previous high of a 5.5 movement. Why is that? Because I believe that we're going to be revisiting our dynamic reactor right here. Why? Because we have a micro trend going on here, all right? So most likely we're going to be revisiting possible entry. Let me even add my setup here. Once we start hitting this alert, I want to see a flip of the ribbon, all right? Rose and say, all right, absolutely. XCN. Let's take a look at those. All right, so Link, pretty good there. We'll have to wait a little bit. Let me rush in to see what else we got there. AKT, perfect. Oh, man, we got a lot. Wait. Okay, Cosmos. Let's get started with Cosmos. I think that was the first one. We said Atom, right? I love Atom. Atom. Yeah, I think so. Yep, Cosmos. Perfect. Atom. I got it right here. All right, not looking great. At this point, yes, we have broken a couple of trend line here, or a trend line here, going for that retest, but this is looking like a goose hit. The Link action was not looking like a goose hit, and also important right here, we're below dynamic reactor. Be careful. Have we done a sweep of the lows? Yes. Why is this a sweep of the lows and not a lower low? Yes, it's a lower low. All right, it is. But also we took that, oh man, that higher high, right? So for example, right here, technically higher high. But we have a V-shaped recovery that makes it sweep of the lows. Still, we're making a goose head, inverted goose head. Usually that goose head indicates me that I'm gonna have a further move to the downside before a reversal. So are we gonna be having a reversal? Yes, but I believe that we're gonna have another push downwards there. Let's see, what else do we have in here? let me see in line what we got. Cosmos, Link, AKT. Let's take a look at AKT. All right, AKT, same story. Let's just wait for our indicator to load. Here, I want to see where is the dynamic reactor at. But so far, we already have broken a trend line here, or seems like we have broken a trend line there. Breakout retest, but we are below the zero line here. Again, goose head, yes, we have a bullish divergence, but that goose head usually indicates that we're going to have another movement before a reversal. Maybe we could start looking for a double bottom before we have that that push to the upside. All right, let's take a look at one more here. Let's do Rose. I don't know what Nippy is, but let's do Rose coming from Buck. I don't know. Let's do it, Buck. I don't know if you're kidding me or not, but let's do Nippy. Not that I can see. All right, maybe I'm just not tracking. Rose gonna be the last one. All right, before we go. Rose in here, same story, guys. We already have the breakout retest here. Trend line, goose head almost playing out. Below dynamic reactor, not good just yet. Remember, we need to find for maybe that bottoming pattern, maybe some Wyckoff structure here, and after breakout retest on the dynamic reactor, that's where we're gonna be looking for longing. So far, we're still bearish. We are still within this possibility right here. The same that we've been talking about Bitcoin, but bigger, right? Remember that we go low. We even have the same dead cat bouncing here, right? We also almost have that double topping here. So we need to see that range performing, not losing the base. And then I believe that we are right there, all right? We could be having a secondary candle to visit those areas and defining the huge range that we could be in for maybe this week. All right, so we are basically running out of time, guys. Quick reminder to click that like button. That really helps with the algorithm. And other than that, guys, thank you so much for jumping in today. We'll see how that plays out tomorrow. Possibly, or most likely, we're not going to have that many hiccups there. But guys, quick reminder, hit that like button and we'll get started tomorrow on time. Don't believe me? Click that like button and we'll see if that plays out or not. Regardless, make sure to click it. Guys, thank you so much and see you on the next one.
That was awesome, dude!